Hey everybody and welcome to this video. I'm Minx Laura 123 and this is the first in a new series that I want to do here on my channel. So basically, for those of you that don't know, one of my favourite TV shows of all time is The Only Way is Essex, or Towie for short. So I've watched every single episode ever since it began 10 years ago. I can't believe it's been 10 years, but yeah, recently Towie celebrated 10 years. And I was like, wow, I love this show so much. I've never missed an episode. I know about pretty much all of the characters, past and present. And I wanted to do something Towie related here on my channel. So what I thought I would do is become a kind of, well, not a film critic as such, but a reality TV show critic, but only on one show, and that is Towie. So basically, there's a new series. It's now series 26. 26 series, and what I'm going to be doing is basically watching an episode, and instead of just sitting there, you know, lounging on the sofa with a cup of coffee watching Towie, I'm going to have my little notebook with me, which I did last night, and I'm just going to basically write down, you know, about every single scene that happens in the show. So these kind of videos that I'm going to be doing are going to be like a recap of the episode, kind of like a scene by scene commentary, basically, by me. Also, of course, I'll be giving my you know, views and comments on the different characters and what's going on in, you know, the storylines and stuff. So yeah, I hope this is going to be fun for you to watch. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. That would be awesome. Give this video a big thumbs up. So I really want to get myself a Towie t-shirt. That's my thing. I'm going to look on eBay to see if I can find one. But something I did get, which is Towie related. Oh, it's out there. Hold on. Let me press pause. I'll go and get it. There we go. The pause button. Brilliant. So this is something I got on eBay. I think it was like £2.50, free postage, bargain. And it is a cardboard cutout face of Gemma Collins, the GC, the diva, the icon. You can't get this, Candy. That's what she said, not me, by the way. But I'm a huge fan of Gemma. I'm really sad that she's not, well, I don't think she's in this series. Maybe, you know, she'll pop up as like a cameo appearance, but I don't think, by the looks of like the opening titles, I couldn't see her in there. If I'm wrong, please tell me. But I know she's doing like her own series just about her, so maybe that's why she's not doing the show. But I am such a huge fan of Gemma, so I thought when I do these videos, she can like hang out with us, you know, just pop up now and again when I'm doing these videos. But what I really am after is that Towie t-shirt, so eBay, here I come. Anyway, so I've got my notebook, and you know, I'm really excited to do this and to share what happened in each episode, and obviously, as I say, give you my views and opinions and stuff. I have my characters that I love. I have my characters that I don't want to say hate, because hate is too strong a word, but I dislike. You know, so I'll talk about that as we go through the video. But if you are a Towie fan, let me know, how long have you been watching it? Are you like me, watched it from the very beginning? You know, who are your favourite characters, least favourite characters, like maybe the favourite story, you know, from the show, like storyline that you've loved? Let me know in the comments section. I really want to make new kind of Towie pals, Towie friends, because none of my friends like Towie. Like, I try and talk about it and they're like, oh, it's rubbish, I hate it. And I'm like, no, it's brilliant. Okay, so let's get started. So as I say, this is series 26, episode 1. As I say, it's kind of like a scene-by-scene commentary, my little notes that I've been putting here as I was watching the show. And I kind of enjoyed doing this, you know, as I was watching. Instead of just zoning out and watching the show, I felt like I was like participating in doing this. Also, what I do just after Towie episodes finish, I go straight on Twitter and read what people have got to say about the episode and the characters. And some of the stuff that is said about these Towie stars is just awful. Like, people are so harsh and so nasty. And, you know, even the characters that I don't particularly like, they're still real people. And it's, yeah, I really do feel sorry for them, because they get so much like nasty stuff said about them on Twitter and stuff like that. However, on the good side, there's also lots of positivity and nice things said about them as well. So the thing I want to say, the thing I noticed that the just before the actual episode starts, it said like a disclaimer, and it said that the show's been filmed following social distance regulations, which I kind of thought at the time when I heard that Towie was coming back and we were all in the lockdown thing. I was like, how are they going to film Towie? Like, people are near each other and they're in different venues and stuff and crowds. How's that going to happen? But I have to say, after watching the show, it was handled really well. You know, all the guidelines were met. Everyone was kind of standing that, you know, certain distance apart, and very well done. So they managed to do the show with a little bit of sparkle, but obviously still keeping to rules. That was really important and good to see them, you know, doing. Okay, so recap. So yeah, the first thing that happened was a recap from the last series. So you had the Yaz and Lockie breakup. See, here's the thing, really quickly. I love Yaz. Yaz is one of my favourite characters. I think she's adorable and she's so beautiful, and she's just like sassy, but she's also really vulnerable and sweet and kind and loving. And, you know, her and James, like, originally I loved them together, but then I found out that he was a bit of a naughty boy, and I was like, no, how can you be horrible to Yaz? Like, she's amazing and beautiful. What's wrong with you? So they broke up in the last series, and that was quite messy breakup and lots of rows and, you know, probably like drinks getting thrown over each other and stuff. So yeah, it wasn't very nice. Also, Bobby, on a positive, Bobby found love with a new guy. He had been single for so long, and he was always saying that he wanted to meet someone and he wasn't really finding anyone to love. But he found someone in a dance, like a dancing lesson. So it was nice to see Bobby, you know, finally meet someone and kind of fall for them, and that was quite sweet. Also in the last series, Harry and Frankie got together. So Frankie is the sister of Demi and Chloe Sims. So the Sims have become like a big part of Towie now. Like, back in the day, it was just Chloe. And then her brother was in it a bit. Oh, I can't remember the name. What was his name? I'm a super fan. Charlie. There we go. So yeah, it was just kind of Chloe and Charlie. And then he left the show, and it was like her sisters have kind of, you know, they're kind of like the Kardashians of Towie, like the sister, and they're all glamorous and stuff like that thing. So yeah, she's one of the sisters, and she got with Harry, who's a footballer, who weirdly, every time I look at him when he's on the screen, he reminds me of one of my ex-boyfriends when he was a bit younger. Obviously, he probably looks a lot older now, but he looks very similar to him, and it kind of freaks me out a little bit. So yeah, they become a couple. Then Gatsby was quite lonely. Gatsby was going through some like depressing times. He was lonely, and Tommy and Georgia were really supportive to him as a friend and there for him and stuff. Like, they're really close. Like, their friendship is really tight. And that was nice to see them support him. And also, I've put here in my notes, Chloe calls drama. Chloe always causes drama. Okay, so first scene, first episode 1. In series 26. So Amy Childs, the one, the only, Vajazzle, not Bajazzle, Bajazzle, Vajazzle Queen has returned to the show. And I love Amy. Like, she was one of the first people in, you know, the very first series, and she had this beautiful bright red hair, and she was really pretty, covered in makeup, like walking around like this, you know, little high heels. And she used to be a beautician. I don't know if she still does that, or she does like media stuff, I don't know, but that was what her thing was on the show. She had her own little beauty salon and stuff, and she used to say, oh, shut up, oh, shut up. That's where oh, shut up, the Towie saying come from. It was from Amy. So she used to say that. And yeah, she was just a real sweet character and quite kind of ditzy but cute. I liked Amy, so I was really happy to read about her coming back, and then seeing her actually on the screen yesterday in that very first scene. It was brilliant. I was like, oh, Amy's back, because I love Amy. Amy Childs is lovely. So yeah, the first scene is of her. She comes back and she's got this flash. Sorry, I'm just looking at my notebook as I talk, in case you wondered why I'm looking down. Yeah, so she comes back and she's got this really flash car, and she gets out of her car, and the number plate on the car says, well, Gel. Well, Gel. I love that. I thought that was such an iconic moment. Amy coming back into the show after all these years of not being on it and having Well Gel as her number plate. I love that. I thought it was brilliant. So yeah, Amy's back. She's got a little daughter, and I think she's got a little boy as well, but the daughter featured in it yesterday. She was absolutely adorable, so cute, and she was having like chats with her mum and stuff like that. Anyway, so the next scene was Lockie, Pete, Diags, etc. They go racing in golf carts. They're all having like this golf cart race, which is pretty random. But it was nice to see the lads just kind of having a laugh, and the bond that these guys have, is brilliant. They really are like having a bromance, and they sometimes fall out with each other, normally over relationships. I think normally the guys, when they fall out, it's over someone's girlfriend saying this or doing that, but in general the guys have quite a strong bond. So it's nice to see them having like deep chats, but also having silly times and riding fast in golf carts. Then goes to the lovely Amber, Courtney and Chloe. They're sunbathing by the pool. So here's the thing. I never used to like Amber. When she first joined, I couldn't stand her. But over the last few series, I don't know, I've really warmed to her. I think she's quite sweet. I know she can be a bit, but I kind of like that. I like girls who are a bit sassy and stuff. So yeah, I think her and Dan are good together, and I know people got, different opinions about their relationship, but, she got her man, she stuck to it. They sorted things out and they worked through things, and I think they're actually quite a good couple together. So yeah, they're back. Then it cuts out to Chloe Sims and other members of the Sims family just chilling in the garden. I think she was doing her daughter's hair and stuff. I don't know how old her daughter is now, but she must be like, I don't know, a teenager maybe. I think it's Maddie, isn't it? I think her daughter. Anyway, and then you've got Tommy and Georgia. Monkey the dog is there. I love Monkey the dog. So cute. I think he's like a Pomeranian maybe. Is that what the dog is? Pomeranian. So cute and fluffy. And they're just like chilling at home. Then it goes to Gatsby. He's doing like a little video diary from lockdown. I think he went over to see his mum in LA. And then obviously with lockdown restrictions, he had to kind of stay in LA. So yeah, he's kind of in America on his own, or with his family in lockdown. And then you've got Bobby and Co playing some tennis. Right, so then we go to Amy's daughter, as I said in the notes. Amy's daughter Polly, so cute. She's gonna be she's like a mini Amy. She's so adorable. She keeps saying hun and stuff. She's so cute. And she was doing an arm jazzle on Amy's arm, putting all little like sparkly gems on her arm, which I just thought was so cute and lovely. And so Amy's talking to her mum and stuff, and she's saying that she wants to move away, and her mum's like, oh, you're not moving out of Essex, are you? And she's like, no. I think the mum seemed a bit worried that Amy would kind of, cut the apron strings a little bit and stuff, and she was saying about her love life and things are going well with her boyfriend, and the mum was kind of telling her to, slow down a little bit, because Amy does tend to rush in, with her love life. And also Amy was quite funny. She was giving her mum babysitting instructions. Don't let her go to bed too late. Don't let her do this. So that was quite sweet, seeing the mum and Amy and the granddaughter together, like all together. It's lovely. Okay, then we go to Georgia and Tommy. They were talking about mental health during lockdown, which I actually think, like, people think Towie is quite a silly show, and some of it is silly, and drama and all that, but there is also serious elements to Towie, and Towie does deal a lot with mental health, raises awareness of mental health, and there's been lots of campaigns that have been brought on from that. Also, I don't know if it was the last series or the series before, but Tommy went through quite a bad bout of depression, and he was talking about openly his depression, and also encouraging males to talk about depression, because I think some men find it really difficult to open up about their emotions and depression, anxiety, etc. So Tommy and Georgia, give them their props. They've done a lot to help raise awareness, especially Tommy. So they were talking about how in lockdown they thought their mental health would be bad, but in actual fact they felt less stress. They weren't working, they weren't busy, they were just chilling together, and they got on really well and stuff. So that was nice. They talked to Gatsby on like a video call, and he's saying like he's stuck there and he just wants to come home and stuff. And they start saying when Gatsby returns, everything is going to be wicked. I've actually wrote that, saying everything's going to be wicked. By the way, wicked does mean good. Just in case you didn't know. Right, so next up we've got the scene with the boys chatting and giggling, and then they start talking about their love lives. Amber and Dan. Oh yeah, so Amber and Dan. Dan starts talking about Amber moving in. Like, I think he does want her to move in. He loves her to bits, but I think there's still that kind of single man. Oh, I don't know, is it a bit too much commitment? He's been with her so long now. She virtually lives there. Just go with it. But yeah, he's kind of saying about that, and the guys kind of wind him up about that. And then they start winding Lockie up, because Lockie is kind of starting to see Yaz again and seeing how things go. And Diags was like, oh, you said you'd never get back with her, and you know, now you're kind of seeing each other. And then they do, after all their gossiping, do end up actually playing a game of golf. Okay, then you've got Chloe, Demi, Frankie. They're gossiping about Frankie's relationship with Harry, and they're saying, you know, she's saying it's going really well, and he seems to be like doing everything for her, like literally treating her like a queen. He's going around tidying up. She's ordering him to go and get drinks for her and stuff. It's all a bit kind of, yeah, I don't know. Like I like her to a degree, but I think she talks to Harry a bit, not very not very like respectful. You know, there's nothing wrong with being a bit of a diva. I'm a diva, but I don't know. I don't. Sometimes the way she talks to Harry and treats Harry, it was a bit like, if it was the other way around and a guy was talking to a girl like that and making them, you know, go and get me a drink, go and tidy up, I'd be like, So it shouldn't be any different role reversal. But yeah, they seem happy enough until later on in the episode. Demi's also happy. She's got a new girlfriend. I follow pretty much all of these people. Well, not all of them, but a lot of these people on social media. So I kind of see pictures on Instagram of stuff when they've got new relationships and stuff. So really happy to see Demi with a girlfriend, and they look so beautiful together. I'm a big fan of Demi. She's lovely. And every time, literally every time I've commented on one of Demi's pictures, she always gives it a little heart, like a little like, and I think it's really sweet. So yeah, Demi's lovely. And then Chloe was saying that she was happy that during lockdown she got to spend more time with her daughter. So then we go to Bobby, Saffron, etc., chatting about Bobby's internet trolling, how he's been experiencing for a long time now a lot of horrible, harsh trolling comments, and he wants to, you know, battle it through and put a stop to all the trolling. Also said how perfect his new boyfriend Matt is and how supportive he is, and you know, most couples wouldn't have to deal with something like that, but obviously, you know, Bobby's famous, so he will, you know, sadly deal with a lot more trolling than, say, you know, Bob up the road, who's not as well known. But he said that Matt's been really supportive to him, so that's nice, that he's supportive to him and stuff. And then you've got Tom, Kelsey and Ella. I can't stand Tom. I just think he's so dull. He loves himself and he's so dull, in my opinion. What do I know? Kelsey and Ella, I liked at first. I thought they were really sweet. But as the series went on that they were in, I was like, I don't know. There's something about them. They're just really like bitchy and catty and gossipy. I know that's most of the characters. But there's just something about those two. I don't know. I'm not keen on them. So they're doing like this workout and they're chatting. Ella gets upset because she says her ex-boyfriend, who she'd been with for like years since they were really young, basically her ex slept with her arch enemy, an ex-friend, Chloe. Now, I love Chloe Brockett. I know she's a little bit, as I say, catty, but I don't know. I just really like her. There's something about her that I really like watching her. So, yeah, they're complaining. End of the day, I have been in this situation. I don't know if you have as well, but you know, I've had an ex-boyfriend who I'd got rid of as such, and you know, we'd split up for years, and then I found out he got with a kind of ex-friend of mine, and I was like, you know, they're welcome to each other. I didn't want to be with him. I'm not friends with her. Who cares? But of course, Ella's making a big drama, and I mean, you can look at it that breaking girl code and all that. You shouldn't go with your friend's ex, which I get if you're like friends. Like if they would have still been best buddies and she'd have gone off with him, like fair enough. But they're not friends anymore. She's not with him anymore. She got rid of him. So yeah, anyway, so she starts moaning about Chloe and the ex and stuff like that. Okay, oh, by the way, yeah, I've put on here quote of the show. I do like this quote. As much as I'm not particularly keen on Ella and Kelsey, I did love this quote by Ella. And the quote is, loyalty is expensive and you can't get it from cheap people. I did love that. Yeah, really good quote. I like that. Okay, anyway, next up we've got Chloe and Diags and Gatsby's on video link with them. They're having like some food and having like a little chat about lockdown in general and stuff like that. Then we've got Amy, Saffron. They're having a nice little dinner together. Then they bump into Tommy and Georgia. And they're arranging a meet up, and then when they mention that Bobby's going to be going, Amy gets a bit kind of weird and uncomfortable and says that she's a bit kind of, you know, awkward around Bobby because her cousin used to date Bobby, and after they split up, some obviously, you know, words were said and stuff, things were exchanged that weren't very pleasant to each other, and Amy hasn't spoke to Bobby since because obviously she's going to be more loyal to her cousin. So she was kind of be like, I don't know if I really want to spend time with Bobby, and I don't know how it's going to be. It's going to be awkward. So that's that. Then we've got Courtney, Chloe, and Chloe in the bar. So Chloe Brockett and the other Chloe, who I can't remember her surname. The one who's best friends with Courtney. Courtney and Chloe. Anyway, 2 Chloes and a Courtney. Let's put it like that. I'll know as soon as I finish this video. I think, oh, I know her surname, but I can see her face and everything. Anyway, so they're in a bar and they're having a nice kind of bitching session about Frankie and Harry. And yeah, she said, Chloe Brockett says, Harry's got the personality of a doorknob. Love that. See, I think Harry's quite sweet, but like Tom, I think there's not much personality. Like looks wise, they're obviously good looking guys, but there's something a bit like not much personality. I think Harry's better than Tom, obviously, but there's not much in it personality wise for me anyway. But I don't know. I still think Chloe has a little thing for Harry, and I think Harry has a little thing for Chloe. They did used to go out and stuff. Then it goes to Yaz, Bobby, Nicole having drinks. See, Nicole has come back to the show, and I kind of recognise her face, but I don't. I can't remember any scenes that she was in, who she was hanging around. I can't remember that at all, but I do recognise her. But anyway, she's back in the show. I think they're bringing back some old faces in this series because of obviously the 10 years of Towie thing. So yeah, they're having drinks, having a gossip, as ever. Everyone gossips in this show. Yeah, they're gossiping about Yaz and Lockie and that they've started seeing each other. She's saying that, you know, she's not going to take any, you know, rubbish this time from him. And the first sign of him being you know, nasty to her and disrespectful, he's out. You know, look, it could work. I do believe there is strong love bond there between the two, but I just worry for Yaz, being a Yaz fan, that he'll like hurt her again because he's done some naughty things in the past. But then, you know, look, people change, people grow. She's obviously got some more confidence in their time apart, and they've both changed. So, you know, and this is only on camera what we see of their relationship. You know, without the camera, you know, they might be a completely different couple. Obviously, they're having to like act it up a bit for the show. But I hope they do work out because I do like them together overall. Then you've got Dan and Amber. They're sitting in Dan's flat eating pizza, which made me really jealous because it looked delicious. And then Lockie interrupts them, knocks on the door, comes in. They start having a chat about, yes, you've guessed it, him and Yaz's relationship. And obviously Amber's Yaz's best friend. So she's like, look, I like you, Lockie, but don't hurt my best friend. You're quite defensive of that, which is good. So then we go back to Chloe, Diags, who are having their meal and their chit-chat. And then Olivia joins in. Now, this is the person I cannot stand. Sorry if I offend anyone, by the way, but I can't stand Olivia. I think she's very nasty. She's, you know, some of them are, you know, as I say, a bit catty in a kind of fun way, but she's just, I don't know, there's something really scary and really angry about her, and I just don't connect with her at all. I think she can be quite a bully. I think she talks to people, especially the younger members of the cast, quite nasty, and I just can't like. I mean, she used to be in a TV show called Love Island, which I don't watch. I don't like Love Island at all. I despise the show, and she come from that, and now she's on Towie, and I think she wants to be the, you know, the bad girl of Towie, but I just think she's really horrible. I can't stand her. She probably doesn't like me much either. But I just don't like her. So whenever they bring her in scenes, I'm like, oh, no. But anyway, so she's there, and they all end up talking about Chloe's fallout with Pete. So Chloe Sims and Pete used to be so close together, and I still think they had like some private relationship going on, but it never got public. I don't know. There are rumours that they were together. But then like last series, they were so close. Oh, we're best buds, you're my soulmate. And then, oh, you know, somehow during lockdown they fell out. They don't talk to each other anymore. So it was all kind of saying about that. So she's saying that he didn't bother ringing her and contacting her during lockdown. But it takes two. You know, why didn't she contact him? Why is he such a bad person? You know, apparently he lives on his own. You know, she's got her child and stuff. So I don't know. I think there's more to it than he didn't call me in lockdown. Nathan's just come up the stairs. So... He's having to hear about Towie again. Bless him. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Pete. Pete was, when he first started in the show, I really liked his character and I thought it was fun and a bit wild. And then as the series and stuff went on, I was like, he's okay. He's not one of my favourite. But when it comes to him and Chloe's friendship, I think it takes two to tango, and I think she feels like he owes her everything in the world, whereas really it should just be a two-way thing. That's my view. But yeah, they're talking about falling out and stuff. Then we go to Demi and Harry, Frankie and Tom are out having drinks in this really flash bar, as ever in Towie. All the places they go to are just glamorous and beautiful. So yeah, they're having a chat and stuff, and then Frankie starts moaning about Chloe Brockett. Those two really don't like each other, and saying that Chloe said that. Sorry, I'm reading my notes here. Chloe said that Harry. Sorry, as soon as Nathan's come up, I've completely messed this up. I was really going well then. Right, Chloe told Harry how Frankie's been with loads of guys. So basically, it's my personal paranoia that he's anyway listening to me and thinking I'm an idiot. But yeah, so she's saying, oh, you know, she's been with loads of guys, trying to put Harry off basically of being with her. But then Harry randomly says, no, she didn't say anything bad about you, Frankie, blah blah blah. And then they start having a big old shouting match, and she gets really angry with him. She's like, you said this, you said that. And anyway, so for some reason they start having a row, because she's kind of saying something and he's kind of saying, no, it didn't happen like that. Was she stirring a little bit, making it look bad for Chloe Brockett? Or, you know, I don't know. I still think there's this kind of weird jealousy thing amongst those three. Okay, then we've got the next scene after the interval was Frankie and Harry in bed. Both looking absolutely like, you know, beautiful, like they've just woke up, but somehow she's got loads of makeup on and her hair's done. I don't look like that when I just wake up, trust me. So yeah, they're laying in bed and they're just kind of discussing what happened the night before, and they're all like lovey-dovey again and apologising to each other, and he says how much he loves her and she loves him, and they have a kiss. And yeah, I think they had some cross wires about what Chloe Brockett actually said and what, you know, I don't know. I think there's going to be a lot of that this series, of them three. Very similar to the last series. That was kind of a focus on a lot of the storylines. So, you know, I don't really want too much of that. He's with her now. Frankie and Harry together. I just want Chloe to find someone else, kind of move on, and them to stop hating each other, because it just gets a bit boring. So then it's party time on Towie, because the gang are all together pretty much, even though some of the people at the party love each other, some people hate each other, and they're all kind of, because of social distancing anyway, they're all standing apart. But, you know, they're even more standing apart if they don't get on. So you've got Bobby and Amy, they're sorting things out there. They're talking about what happened with, you know, her cousin and his relationship, and they both apologise to each other. And then Bobby says something like, love and light, Amy, love and light, let's all get on, move forward, which I thought was really sweet, because, you know, they were friends before. So it's nice that they can, you know, they're both older now, obviously, as we all are, so they can just move on and, you know, build their friendship up again. I reckon there'll be some scenes in the next few episodes where there'll just be the two of them and going out and stuff. So that's my prediction, and they'll like really get close friendships again. Yeah, and then we got Yaz and Lockie. They're just flirting with each other. They're having lots of kisses, and like I did like them being all emotional together until the girls come over, and the girls, you know, like, oh, you know, you look really lovely together. It's good to see, you know, really happy, you look good together. And then, like, this is the only thing I found really awkward, is when Lockie kind of sounded really arrogant. Like, Lockie is a bit vain and arrogant, but in the past, I thought that was quite a fun part. He, you know, plays on it. It's a humour thing. But last night's episode, I think he wasn't mucking about. He meant it. He's very conceited and loves himself. And he was just like, oh, yeah, look how Yaz is looking at me. She can't get enough of me. And it was kind of like making her look a bit stupid, like this little girl with a, you know, crush on a pop star or something. But the thing is, she does look at him like that. He's not actually wrong. She does kind of like drool when she looks at him. And he does, I mean, he looks at her like she's beautiful, which she is. But I still think she's more into him than he is to her. So, I mean, they only got back together again, apparently, because she went on a girly holiday with Amber. And I think he said, oh, I really realised I missed her and stuff, and she missed me. And I don't know. Is it a case of, you know, I've got her back now, I'm just going to hurt her? Or is he going to be a changed man? I hope that he's going to be a changed man and be nice to her, because she deserves it. Then we've got Ella, who talks about her ex being with Chloe Brockett again. She's telling more people. She's telling Pete. She's telling this one. She's telling that one. You know, I think she's got to get over it. Like, stop it. It's your ex. Who cares? Who cares what they get up to? I don't care what my exes get up to. And her friend isn't a friend anymore. They're both ex-friends, ex-partners. Who cares? Let them do it. So yeah, she was moaning about that. And then Olivia, as ever, is nasty and cruel. And she says some really horrible things about Chloe Brockett. She calls her a creature, a nasty creature and stuff. And I just thought there's no need for that. Like, be a little bit bitchy. You know, it's Towie, it's going to make the show. But I think she says it with real, like, venom and hate. And I just, yeah, don't like her. Don't like her. Then we've got the lovely Amy, and she's hanging out with Matt and Bobby, and they were just kind of chilling and chatting and stuff. She walks away, and it's just left with Bobby and his boyfriend Matt, and they just start talking about the future and their relationship, how it's progressing. Bobby asks him to move to Essex so they can actually live together, and that's quite sweet. And and Matt says yes, and they decide to, you know, make a big go of it and actually move in together, which is a big thing. So I'm happy for both of them. Matt seems like a really nice guy, actually. Then you've got, this is the other person I can't stand in the show. Olivia is one, and Joey is the other one. I cannot stand either of them. And weirdly enough, they are both really good friends together. So that's probably why this cattiness comes from both of them. And it's just not nice. So Joey comes along. He was such a bully in the last series. It was either the last series or the series before, but he was such a bully to Courtney and Chloe. He was so nasty to them. He said such horrible things. And it actually become like a big thing, like on social media. People were like really angry with him for being such a bully. You know, and then all of a sudden he sort of turned it round, going, "Oh, you know, I'm not a bully. I'm not nasty. I'm a nice person. I'm going through some stuff." It doesn't matter what stuff you're going through in life, right? We've all got stuff we go through. It doesn't excuse being a bully, and he was a complete bully. To me, I still think they should have removed him from Towie when he was being like that, because it was nasty. There's a difference of nasty for the show and a bit of drama, and there's pure nasty, and him and Olivia were terrible. I think they should have been took off the show, but clearly, you know, people do like him, and they do make entertainment, so they kept him on. But he comes in the scene, he was dressed like a 90s reject, says me, wearing an M&M's vest top and a hat, but yeah, he looked, I'm sorry, he looked terrible. And I don't judge people. Wear what you want, I don't care. But the thing is, he looks stupid. But he's like bigging himself up, like, yeah, I dress how I want, and this is what I want to wear, and you know, sex sells, so I'm going to dress like this with my leather and latex. It was just all a bit weird. Like they were just at a garden party having candy floss. He didn't need to look like he'd come out of a dodgy shop. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so I don't like it. And he's got the most annoying voice ever. It's so, to me, it's such a fake voice. I can't believe, sorry, someone talks like that. It's so squeaky and just, I can't stand him. So anyway, they're starting moaning about Ella. And see, that's the other thing. He's so two-faced. He'll be best friends with Chloe Brockett, and then he'll be best friends with Ella, and then he'll tell Ella what Chloe said, and Chloe what Ella said, and he's just a stirrer. I don't like him. So that's that. And then we've got Georgia and Chloe. They're having a bit of tea and cake. I think they did like a separate party. I don't think they were together. I think they did it around Chloe's house. They're just having a little gossip and a moan. And once again, Chloe is moaning about Pete, how their friendship fell apart, and you know who your true friends are, and he's not one of them, blah blah blah. Here's the thing, at the beginning, like, I loved Chloe Sims. She was by far one of my favorites. You know, her, Gemma Collins, and Chloe and Mark Wright and all them lot, Arj, they were all my favorites, especially Lauren. I love Lauren. When her rows with Mark was happening, it was brilliant. But then just, I don't know, something happened with Chloe in the last few years where she's got so, like, arrogant, and she just thinks, you know, she's the best and all that. And you know, I have moments where I do like her, and I watch her, and I think, oh, she's quite cool. And then other moments I think, oh, stop it, it's not all about you, Chloe, it's not all about you. But yeah, she was moaning once again about Pete and stuff, so whether they make amends soon, who knows. And then I think, yeah, the last episode was Olivia, Pete, Nicole, etc., and they're talking about, guess what? Yes, him falling out with Chloe. So you get Pete's version of events as such, and you know, he's kind of saying, well, you know, what I said before, you know, why have I got to make the first move? Why is she? So I don't know if they're going to sort things out. So my overall review of the first episode in the new series is it was brilliant to see Amy Childs back. Having a classic cult character like Amy back is brilliant. I was very sad that my lady here, Gemma, wasn't in it. As I said, I don't know if she's going to be in it at all in the series. But it was really good to have Amy back and get to see her in a completely different way. You know, instead of being that kind of ditzy little girl in the beauty salon, she's now a mum, and she's just, I think she's just lovely. So it was good to see her back. That was positive. I just worry that the storylines are going to kind of carry on from last year. They're the very similar storylines. You know, Pete and Chloe fell out last series and they made up. Is it going to be the same? Harry, not Demi, Harry, Frankie, Chloe, Brockett. That happened last series. Is this all going to be the same? Yaz and Lockie going in complete lovey-doveyness and then falling out. Is that going to be the same? And then the moaning about Amber and Dan's relationship and stuff. Like, they've been together so long. Let's just leave them be, you know. So that's my only thing. I'm worrying that storylines are going to repeat themselves and you know, you'd think that there'd be a few more different storylines and just going over the same stuff, like recycling it. But overall, it was still good. It was lovely to see the old familiar faces on the screen. I wish Olivia and Joey weren't in it, but alas, they are. Talking about Joey, a different Joey, who wasn't the annoying Joey, I wonder if Joey Essex is returning to Towie. Because he was on all like the Towie 10. There's like a documentary thing about Towie being 10 years old as such. And I had all the old kind of stars on it. They had like Billy and Sam, Joey, etc. And they were talking about different old episodes, iconic moments, etc. And Joey kind of hinted that he would be back, but I don't know, he would be good back in it. Having Amy, Joey come back, like, it'd be wicked, but I don't know, he probably won't come back. Who knows? But anyway, so that was the first episode of the series. And as I say, if you're a Towie fan, let me know what you thought of the first episode, who you like, who you dislike. And if you completely disagree with my comments about characters, that's fine. You know, as I say, we're all entitled to our own opinions and views. And if we all like the same thing and same people, life would be really boring. So respect my views, I respect yours, but leave comments down below. And yeah, that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. And I think now Towie's gone on to being 2 nights a week again. It used to be twice a week, and then they stopped it and only made it once a week, to which I used to get very upset because I'd be like, no, it's only on once. But I think it's going to be on twice a week again now, which I think is Sunday and Wednesday. I should know this as a super fan, shouldn't I? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Sunday and Wednesday. So you'll get 2 of these a week, basically, after the episode has aired. I sit there and I write my notes down during the show, and then I, you know, film now and upload. So, yeah, okay, thank you for watching. Please click like, comment, share, subscribe. Don't forget to smash the notification bell. If you want to check out my other YouTube channel, which I hope you do, please do. It's Minxlaura123 ASMR. I'll put the link down below for that. And on that channel, I make videos to help people with anxiety and insomnia. Basically, videos to help you relax, chill, and sleep is the easiest way to describe my other channel. So go check it out. If you want to come and follow me on social media, it's at Minxlaura123, and Instagram is, you've guessed it, Minxlaura123. So there you go, that's the end of the video. I'm an Essex girl and I'm signing out. They're from, in Towie, they're from like the posher area, the rich area of Essex, Brentwood, Billericay and stuff. I'm in sunny Southend, which isn't as glamorous, but it's still Essex. So I'm an Essex girl signing out. See you later.